We got to coordinate our clocks. I could just do the bowl for an hour. Okay, good morning. Welcome to the morning meditation. I usually like to start it with a quote, but I'm going to do called the Unity Prayer. So join me, wiggle in your seats, scratch your shoulders, feet on the floor. Get ready for 20 minutes with God, and you are. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. As we come back into the room, we're filled with gratitude for these moments of peace and our time to commune with each other and with God. Have a wonderful day. The service starts at 10:30, and so it is.
Wow, woo! Greetings, everyone. That is an amazing wake up. Before we begin today's service, may I please ask that you put your phone in the special church mode. You know, the one where it's either off or on silent. Thank you so much. My name is TJ Paganini, and I am an eternally grateful member of the San Jose Center for Spiritual Living. And my pronouns are she and hers. In the spirit of joy and inclusivity, I welcome you to our Sunday celebration. As we open our service, we gratefully acknowledge we pray, learn, serve, and grow on the traditional lands of the Tamian Nation. We give thanks for the opportunity to gather as a faith community on these lands, and we offer our respect to their ancestors and elders, and to all Bay Area indigenous peoples of the past and present. I would like to invite our practitioner of the day forward to share our call to service.
Good morning. So good to be here. I invite you to align with the tone of our special bowl. Take a breath. Close your eyes if you like. Let's pray. Here in this beautiful Sunday morning, as we breathe this new breath, we know that there is only one mind, one life, one consciousness, one love, one infinite presence running through, as, in and around each and every one of us, through all things, seen and unseen. All of this is connected. All of this is whole and perfect and complete. All of this is one thing: love. And knowing this love, this presence, this perfection, knowing that this day, this life is perfect, is sacred, is holy, is unfolding perfectly. And I'm so grateful for this knowingness, this practice, this infinite presence. And I release into the love, into the light, into the thing itself. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. The spiritual truth is that we all belong to each other. This calls for us to be inclusive as we celebrate and embrace our unique identities, abilities, age, ethnicity, gender identity, national origin, physical characteristics, race, religion, and sexual orientation. As we celebrate, we also affirm to remember that our human magnificence is so much more than the labels we give to ourselves and to each other. Amen. Our community is a place of belonging, calling all into their spiritual magnificence. We are companions on the journey, expanding love's expression as we learn to become the presence of peace. We are beacons of light, living the principles we teach as we meet each other where we are. We are a safe space where hope and courage are explored and new beginnings are happening through radical acceptance of who and whose we are. Welcome home. Yeah, baby. That's my favorite part. We would like to take this moment to acknowledge everyone who has come together volunteering of their selfless time and talent to bring this service together in the spirit of community. A heartfelt thank you to all of you volunteers. Yes, sound booth, you guys. Thank you. Oh, we realize that today's trends offer up many options of spiritual soul food, and we are grateful that you're here with us today. We welcome you, and if you are with us for the first time, please consider staying after the service for some nourishment, which is really good, and connection. And pick up a welcome package at the concierge desk before you leave. All kinds of good information. And if you're able, would you please stand with us and read together our statement of being? And the words should be on the screen. We believe that life is good, that God is all there is, and that love is the only power. We are a welcoming, inclusive community of inspired individuals caring for and about each other and the entire planetary family, bringing the gift of active compassion and kindness to the world. Our purpose is to transform lives, build dreams, and reveal God through education, music, prayer, service, generosity, and play. And while you're standing, if you would like to take a moment to greet your neighbor and say hello, that would be wonderful. Thank you, and if you would all take your seats, that would be awesome. So much love going on in this room. I would like to take this moment to introduce our amazing and talented guest musician and artist today, Etienne David Franc. Yes, has been performing locally and internationally for the past 20 years as a bassist, guitarist, singer, and rapper. He was the touring bassist with X Factor finalist and epic recording artist Renee, I remember him, appearing on the Ellen DeGeneres show, among other venues, right? He has played bass for Renee, Brian Jordan, Donna DeLore, Marty Walker, Adam Roth, Danjuma and Onola, Charles Holt, Grammy-nominated DJ producer Andy Caldwell, and he freelances regularly on stage and in the studio. I happen to live in the same county as him. Everybody in Santa Cruz County knows this name right here, because that is how popular he is. Right on. I give you Etienne Franc and our praise team. Thank you.
PT in the house. What up, Reese?
Hey, what's up, Etienne?
Yeah. Okay. happy feelings in the air, touching people everywhere, plenty love and everything. Listen to the people sing. I got myself to remind me of love in my heart and in my soul. Yeah, I believe in above. Yeah, oh, these happy feelings.
Feel that happy feeling.
I spread them all over the world. From deep in my soul, I wish you
Happy feelings.
you and me happy feelings. Happy feelings. Oh yeah, yeah. Happy feelings. I've seen the light.
All right.
Watched it shine down on me.
Hey.
I'm gonna spread my wings, yeah. I'm gonna tell all I seen, yeah. These happy feelings,
Feel that happy feelings.
I spread them all over the world.
From
Deep in my soul, gee. Hey, well. Hey, yeah. Spread these happy feelings. Spread them all over the world. Happy feelings. Woo! Come on, give it up for this praise team. Come on. Happy feelings. Yeah. Happy feelings. Happy feelings. Come on, sing with us. Happy feelings. Happy feelings. Happy feelings. Oh, spread it all over the world. Happy feelings. Give it up for this amazing band right here. This incredible praise team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, all of you. That was amazing. Okay, where am I? All right. It is now my great pleasure to start off. We are starting off our monthly theme. Gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. I got all twisted up in the music because it was so good. All right, back on track. And now, starting off our monthly theme for September, Transcendent Purpose, is our very own interim senior minister, Reverend Dr. Nadene Rogers, inviting us into contemplation around her message, Paradigm Shifting. I give you Reverend Nadene Rogers.
Good morning, everybody at CSL and all of those of you joining with us from far and wide. You know, I am extremely happy to be with you this morning, so thank you for welcoming me into your world of happy feelings, apparently. Thank you, Etienne. You know, as we return in self-contemplation, because it's an ongoing conversation, isn't it? And open to connect with that sacred inner source to explore this new monthly theme, Transcendent Purpose. We are reminded of the learning, the teachings, and the practice of the science of mind and ancient wisdom teachings. Now, I have been studying these teachings since 1990. Now, I'm sure some of you predate me, but you know what? It never grows old, does it? I mean, I don't even think I have grown old because of it, quite frankly. I just love this teaching. You know, it encourages me to be whatever I want to be whenever I want to be it. Oh, my goodness. Now, it doesn't suggest to me that I have to be positive when I'm negative, but hands me a blend of scientifically proved practices that are buoyed up by spiritual principles and universal natural laws to use consciously. There's the key, if I choose, because we're always using the law. Now, this to me is a rudimentary map, an integration tool, based as much in the absolute realm of causation as it is in the tangible realm of effect. So both the practical, the world of condition, and the mystical, the world of the absolute. And now, it doesn't point to the goal of being enlightened. I want to make that statement because I think it points to who we are and where we are by right of our own awareness. And it is a natural evolution of our own consciousness, ongoing, in which my awareness increases. So today, rather than looking at a state to be attained, like enlightenment, let's look at the process by which natural conscious evolution begins as we explore the idea of paradigm shifting as a verb. Now, this is a warning. This is a topic of great depth and complexity, so buckle in and let's begin to unpack it together. To do that, I want to start with the common concept across fields of science and psychology of paradigm shift as a noun. So it's stated as, it's a fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions and frameworks that guide certain types of inquiry that often lead to revolutionary advancements in understanding or expansion of awareness in our verbiage. So the short version is a paradigm itself is the accepted knowledge about something. Now, some examples would be the universe started with a Big Bang. That was very well accepted. Or how about this one? Pluto is a planet. Now, with regards to the Pluto example, paradigm shift actually happened about 20 years ago when Pluto was voted out as a planet. And for those who accepted this scientific research, well, they had a paradigm shift. Now, regarding religion and their interpretation, as in the context of the Bible, a paradigm shift can be understood as a profound transformation in one's spiritual beliefs, understanding, or worldview. It signifies a shift from old ways of thinking and perceiving to a new, deeper level of spiritual insight. Now, you may or may not be surprised, but religion and spirituality dovetail. They describe it similarly, but spirituality adds this notation. A paradigm shift can lead us to a transformation in consciousness and a deeper connection with oneself and the divine. So this is bridging the gap between the unknowable and the known. So listen, we've got to check in with Dr. Ernest Holmes. How does he describe, or what does he have to say about this idea of paradigm shifting? Well, he says what he always says, what he's known to have understood and taught. He emphasizes the creative power of thought patterns in shaping our reality. As the universal mind works to produce through us those thought patterns into form or manifestation. So he spoke to this idea of a paradigm shift, the noun, and paradigm shifting, the verb, as one thing, really, operating consciously as itself and as directed within itself to shape unformed energy into matter. Well, embracing a paradigm shift requires openness, curiosity, and a willingness, I think, to challenge existing beliefs and assumptions, and the intentional seeking of new experiences. Now, we're talking this month about cultivating our transcendent purpose. And I think that also involves calling us to embrace kind of a turbocharged passion for life and a commitment to bring forth a new reality. It means reaching inwardly, deeply, to express outwardly what Spirit is calling for. And this connects us to a higher vision that transforms imagination into tangible experience. So this approach to purpose transcends ordinary goals, I would say. You know, it guides us toward a profound truth and a new paradigm of living that really aligns with our vision of creating a world that works for everyone. I think we can't really listen to, at least this is true for me, to listen for my soul's call or that divine wisdom within me when I'm not able to transcend my ego's need to identify me or life in this dualistic way of either or, you know, perceiving the other. This either or way of seeing, as we well know, catches us in the spiral born of comparison, right? Especially when it comes to levels of, you know, spiritual maturation. Like, I don't know if you've heard people say this. Of course, it would be they that are saying this, right? They are woke, but they are not. Or how about, I am more enlightened than they are. Now, you may never say that, but you may think it. You know, in fact, I came across a piece written by Adyashanti entitled "Enlightenment is a Big Joke." Just going to let that one drop for a moment. That whole sentence kind of drives my point home, I think. Adyashanti goes on to say, do not think that enlightenment is going to make you special. It's not. If you feel special in any way, then enlightenment has not occurred. Yeah, I meet a lot of people, right? I'm sure you do, who think they're enlightened. Now, let me see, let me check in. Have I thought that? Yes, I used to think that, actually. I thought it came in the package of being a minister or at least in what I thought people expected to see in me. But then I learned I wasn't. Because it's not a thing. It's a state of being in the present moment where you are unified and connected with the all. And that can change at a moment's notice. But some people wear enlightenment on their sleeve. It's like a badge of honor. Cool. Everyone needs to be where they are to learn what they need to understand about the truth of who they truly are, right? So we're all in this pot together. The funny thing about, I think, enlightenment is that when it is authentic, there's no one to claim it, right? Enlightenment is very ordinary. It is nothing special. So rather than making you more special, it's going to make you less special. Oh, interesting. It plants you right in the center of wonderful humility and innocence, with the ego riding in the back of the coach. Now, everyone else may or may not call you enlightened, but when you are enlightened, the whole notion of enlightenment and someone who is enlightened kind of starts becoming amusing. So I don't use the word enlightenment much at all, but if I do, it's usually not to point myself or someone towards it, but it is to point them beyond it, to not get stuck in the idea of enlightenment. So in this above reference, I think enlightenment is a thought state pronounced by the ego, an ego that is so anxious to move on from where they are. They're excited, right, about a penny that is dropped, a penny that we have sensed was important for us to gain insight into an answer to a burgeoning question. And you know what? This excitement is understandable. Make space for it. But it also comes in the context of the goal being somewhere to get to. But what is enlightenment? Is that what it is? I don't know. I think the state of enlightenment or self-actualization is ever changing through the evolution of our own conscious awareness. Each of us, in our own way, will decide the intrinsic value in seeking a state of being that satisfies our ego and its measurements in the concept of time and space. Perhaps simply enjoying the paradigm shifts as they present themselves are enough. Meaning that within them exists the fullness of all that is. I think it's important to note that if it were not through our willingness and our conscious intention to shift our paradigm, the letting go of our attachments to self or the world, and our identitying. I only had 2 coffees this morning. The identity has formal, let me say that one all over again, because now I'm confused. What am I trying to say? Okay, this is complex. I'm caught in the complexity. Okay, I wanted to say that it was very important that we understand it's through our willingness and conscious intention to shift our paradigm that we let go the attachment of the self to our conditional world, right? Because we know we're more than we are. We know we're more than our thought. We know we're more than our body, right? And this will allow us to free ourselves into that field of the quantum field of potential. And because we are built innately like this to keep moving beyond what has gone before, really, are we not in a continual process to a paradigm shift? Now, we are a teaching called New Thought, meaning a certain way of thinking and being in this world, in which we integrate, embrace, and activate this spiritual truth that is us. But most new thoughts in this idea of the movement of new thought, or this teaching, or these teachings, are really born from an old one. Even in using our imagination, or in visualization, or in creating a new mental equivalent, and in much of our spiritual practices. Because in all these experiences, we are aware of and we carry the knowledge of where we've been, and often our resistance to it. Often our resistance to where we are is what causes us to go into spiritual practice and prayer, rather than, as Jesus did, pray to be one with the Father, back in that languaging, right? So we don't do things just for the experience of them. We do things to change how we are. I want you just to think about that for a moment. And our practices also serve as a catalyst to break down and break through and transcend our subconscious belief patterns that no longer serve us, which opens us through divine inspiration and love spontaneity into the welcoming of the mystery to hear our soul's call. I remember back in the day when I was a young minister moving around the planet with my mouth continually open in amazement because I was proving the principles we teach, right? And I kept score, as it were. Well, actually, we were instructed to do that in my demonstration journal. Now, something was fishy about that to me because I thought as a young student, we're always pointed towards the demonstration, the effect, the world of condition and form. And yet, we are told to lean in and away from and not give power to the world of condition and form. It was very confusing when I was learning this teaching in the beginning. But what we know is everything has a sacred complement in the whole. And where one exists, the other also exists. And as we walk towards these great paradigm shifts, we learn that ours is to hold ourselves open, our mind open, to welcome wherever we are in the minute, wherever our focus is in the minute. Sometimes we intend the focus, and sometimes we are drawn to a focus. To know that one isn't better than the other. They are all equally important and valuable experiences in this divine merger of our humanity and our spirituality. But you know, as time went on, Ralph Waldo Emerson used the expression of we have to get our ego's bloated nothingness out of the way. So as time went on, I got a little better at that. And I realized that it wasn't just, you know, my controlling the wording in my new mental equivalent, you know, and if I just said, had bigger ideas, I could create bigger demonstrations, which at one point was very ego satisfying to me. It was so much more than that. You know, Holmes talks about and has stated there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. Now, as I'd like to think, matured, I have my own rendition of this that I wanted to share with you. My statement of truth, working off of his, is this. There is a power for good in this universe greater than I am, that I am not separate from, that I can consciously use, and that I can consciously allow use me. Do you feel the marriage there? So how do we consciously use this power? Well, it comes through the practice of doing the work to bring ourselves into alignment with our spiritual nature without attachments to demonstrations. How do we consciously allow this power for good to use us? Well, in addition to the work just described, it is simply to enjoy the paradigm shifts as they present themselves and call that enough, meaning the fullness of all that is, the eternal end game in the now moment. Through this vital understanding that in the letting go of our attachments of self and our worldly identity as form alone, we are freed, pointed toward, on our way to the quantum field of potential and the revelation, the restoration, and the grace of God present in each holy moment. Have you ever had someone say this to you? I remember a very revered teacher in Science of Mind. It's about 25 years ago. I was in Edmonton at one of her Sunday talks, and she said, no lead into it, no comment after it. What if there is a God beyond your paradigm of God? So let me ask you this. Is the new thought teaching, the new thought teachings, which I believe are, embracing of and inclusive of all ancient wisdom, is the new thought teaching as widely presented where all humanity's questions down through the millennia are finally understood and birthing us into our greater yet to be? Can it be found in these new thought teachings? Can it? Or do we have to go somewhere else? Yes, it can be found. And the and for me is found in the contemplation of the power for good in the universe as experienced in the practicing of no thought. So what is the evolution of new thought? Perhaps in our process, in our creative process of the becoming, in the knowing that all exists already here present as the one, our divinity and our humanity. I think it's no thought. I think that that is the next practice. Now, we've heard in the Science of Mind teaching the concept of you are not your thoughts, right? In Buddhism, the concept of you are not your thoughts emphasizes the transient nature of thought and the importance of mindfulness. It teaches that our thoughts are not permanent or self-existent, so we should not identify with them. Instead, we should cultivate mindfulness to observe our thoughts without attachment, allowing for a sense of freedom and peace. You mean, as we are moving in this process and trying so hard to understand and get it and free ourselves, if we just observe our thoughts instead of identify with our thoughts, we can experience what we think is at the end of this spiritual seeking right here and right now? But we must remember every thought, every idea, which is used as the causal or the birthplace of our experience and belief about reality, has that sacred complement to itself. Because often we get caught in the trap of thinking something and then naming the outcome. It creates that sense of familiarity, that comfort. And how can we even know what to name it except from what has gone before? Ergo, we are trying to practice new thought from an older base of knowledge rather than a spiritual intelligence which has a faith in the mystery and trust the divine creative process and operation, knowing that all things are done in divine action and timing. I mean, think about it. It's the thought that stops us, and it's the thought that frees us, right? The thought, I mean, it's what creates sadness in us, the attachment to it. When we let thoughts identify us, it's the attachments to the thought that create the sadness in us, the anger in us, the self-judgment or projection onto another person or world condition. I mean, what stands between us and a loved one? Or a passionate calling, or a higher level job, or even listening to the small voice within at times and letting go of your ego's control. A thought. It shrinks us, it taunts us, it often dismisses us. And what frees us? A new thought about it, but not a new thought born as what we believe is the opposite to an old thought, or what we don't want, not a new thought born from the base of our knowledge and experience, even in imagination, because we're still using our filters. We must go to no thought. I think paradigm shifting holds less of an intellectual naming or symbol of advancements to the ego, but rather a deepening acceptance and activation of who we truly are in our spiritual nature, in the moment, without the need to be provided the evidence of proof. It is quiet. Think of that, a paradigm shift. Being quiet and often unnoticeable, because it's a deep energetic happening within. It comes with a feeling of satisfaction and ease, not relief, ease, and calm gratitude in our moment-to-moment awareness. It allows us to naturally connect more with others, like meld, merge, without thoughts that separate, into the object of our attention or focus, to a sense of unity of the divine in and all right where we are. Kind of like, to me, I think of paradigm shifting and the process of it. I liken it in my mind to the folklore passed down most prominently in the Tolton and the shamanic traditions known as shape-shifting. Now, come on, how many of you out there, this was in my 30s, experienced the world of Don Juan and his apprentice Carlos Castanedas, right? Who explains shape-shifting as a result of the point of our assemblage of energetic representation of ourselves. And that when we change it, shape-shifting can happen. Shape-shifting, paradigm shifting. Our whole being experiencing a new way, a new beingness of who we are, and a new perception and worldview. So changing our assemblage point at a cellular level, in other words, our deep core belief patterns on a subconscious level that are not aligned with our spiritual truth, is kind of like closing the gap between our intellect and our spiritual intelligence, so that we can live with the embodiment of the deeper dimension of life, living in, through, and as us. This power using us for the highest good of all, instead of the experience of projection and reflection, which occur when we stay stuck in the use of power mode for our own singular good. So look into your life and observe where you give most of your attention to your small t truth. What a prime place to invite a new paradigm. The recognition that beyond appearances, there is a unity and a wholeness that transcends illusion, where we are attuned to this infinite rather than our limited projections. Deepak Chopra says, recognition of truth, the perception of reality, and the experience of awakening culminate in a freedom from inner bondage. Okay, as I'm wrapping this up, you're probably saying, oi, how do I distill all that down into bite-sized ways to deal with my monkey mind relationship with my daily world of conditions and my identification with it? Well, I don't know, the best I have for you in this moment is, and I may be repeating myself, but aligning your mind and your heart at the same time with what is the one spiritual truth underlying every condition, so as to not make one condition more special or important than the other. I would also offer up to intend and practice the release of seeing life not as something that you're attached to or as a projection of your ego or personality, but through the eyes of being a sacred witness, that thinker behind the thought. So I'm going to give you a little experiment now. I just want you to sit comfortably with your eyes closed and just let all the world's words go that I have shared, because whatever was meant to drop will drop into that place within yourself that will help reveal what it is you next need to know and understand. So just inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Now for the next 10 seconds, I'm going to ask you to try to predict your next thought. Could you do it? Probably not, because the moment that we try to predict our next thought, we change the conditions of the way our mind is working. And this simple experiment reveals a very profound truth. If you cannot predict or fully control your thoughts, then how can they define who you are? The natural evolution of new thought, no thought. Inviting the divine wisdom, however you want to say it, to rise within you or download, right? To listen, to awaken the wholeness of who you are, to respond. Truth recognizes truth. So what if the self is just a permanent idea in the stream of thought? No thought. The art of observing the self and life as it is, without identifying with our thought about it. Perhaps in this teaching of new thought, it is time to lean into the infinite possibilities of no thought and welcome in the paradigm shifts as enough within themselves. So what is your transcendent purpose, and what has paradigm shifting got to do with it? Well, I will leave you to contemplate that. Please join me in consciousness. There is one life happening now. This one life is all that I am, all that I've ever been, and all that I ever will be, in full activation, in wholeness and perfection, including all that is, with every resource, every possibility, happening now in the mind of God, which is using me, which I am using to think with. Knowing that I'm greater than my thought, I release my identity to any thought I may have about me or anything, and move into the position of the sacred witness just to experience and observe the experience. Knowing that I am a paradigm shifter, that I am a shapeshifter, moving upon myself, within myself, opening to the recognition and the activation of the allness of God expressing as me in each moment and this moment now, being as eternal. So I am already free. And so it is.
So it is.
This song is about shifting into a paradigm of seeing with love. Shouldn't be too hard, should it? In this life, there is pain and sorrow, but above the clouds, love is a rainbow. Beyond our fears, seas of temptation, God's shore is our foundation. But you got to see with love,
rise above,
rise.
rise.
You got to see
With love, rise above,
rise.
rise.
When you're burdened
When you're burdened, when you're burdened,
with a heavy heart, yeah. All you want
all you want,
is a fresh new start, yeah.
try again, a fresh new start.
Turn to spirit
Turn to spirit,
yeah.
turn to spirit,
to change your view.
change your view.
Spirit will heal you,
Heal you. He will heal
make
you.
things new.
Make things new.
But you got to see with love, rise above.
Rise.
You got to see with love, yeah, rise.
Rise.
Look, no matter what you do, no matter what you're going through, there's a spiritual place that you are ascending to.
All right.
Rise above the clouds and pierce through the rain. Embrace God's presence, ever-presence. You find access to every blessing. Live in the less. Live outside the less and affirm your yes.
Hey. Yes.
And confirm your truth. Let's bring it back in. Come on.
See with love.
See with love.
Rise above. Rise.
You got to see with love. Rise up.
Rise.
You got to see
With love.
with love. Rise up. Amazing composition by the great Valerie Joy Figmont.
Awesome.
My teacher, my mentor. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Reverend Nadene, for your inspiring talk. You said something, if you cannot control or predict your thoughts, and I can't remember what you said after it, but I know it. What I felt was, how am I going to glob on to that thought if it's not going to stay? It's going to be gone in a second. Why am I going to obsess on that thought? There's so much that I got out of your talk. I'm going to go back and listen to it because I was wrapped up in ego. Ha! You know why? Because I mispronounced a word. Oh my, yep. Beat myself up. Anyway, I would like to invite you to join us next week when our amazing Reverend Queen Michelle Jordan will be with us speaking. She'll be speaking with our monthly theme, Transcendent Purpose, with her message, Infinite Possibility, the Mystical Call of Spirit. And now it is time for our conscious giving and an opportunity to participate in the law of circulation. We know that even though we have been taught that it is better to give than to receive, the most important idea is often missed. Knowing that we must receive first in order to give from a feeling of abundance, and so we invite you to receive a blessing of joy from your higher self. Keep it with you all week long and remember how much you are loved. Once you have drawn your joy blessing out of the small basket, you will be able to give your offering into the second basket underneath to complete the law of circulation through giving back. Ushers, will you please circulate the two baskets, one atop the other? I invite you to invoke the feeling of gratitude through thoughts of life's abundance right where you are, allowing that to fill you and the space around you.
Love is my power. Love gives me everything
As your word has power, please join in blessing the offertory by saying together our prosperity affirmation. The words are on the screen. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. And last but not least, there are a variety of ways to get connected in the community. There's a bunch of announcements. I'm going to try to get through these really fast. Okay, number one, Sparkle Bingo starts this Tuesday, September 9th. Yeah. It's going to be monthly, the second Tuesday of the month. Come join in the fun, bring your friends, and let loose. Fun prizes for each bingo, snacks and beverages available for purchase. See our bingo caller and event coordinator, Gus Tuomi, for more information. He's not here today, but you all know how to reach him. Secondly, World Day of Prayer is September 10th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Join a powerful global happening, and through music, meditation, prayer, and affirmation, return to your center and bring peace into this world. This is an in-person only event facilitated by Reverend Maureen Ross. World Day of Service is September 13th from 9 to noon. Earth and Community Care litter cleanup of the Alma and Monterey Road areas near Sacred Heart Community Center, San Jose. Please meet up at the parking lot Big 5 Walmart at 1472 Monterey Road. This will all be, I'll give you the link to all this too. This year, CSL San Jose is partnering with the Sister for Not-for-Profit Spirit for Change Now, helping schools and businesses to go green. Bring some gloves. Pet Remembrance Gathering, September 14th from 1 to 2 p.m. The Pet Remembrance Gathering is a time for healing, loving, and celebrating the unconditional love we cherish so much with our animal companions. Oh, we will be remembering and honoring our animal companions who have gone over the Rainbow Bridge, but who will always remain in our hearts. Participants can bring photos of their pets for a special blessing. The 2025 Silent Retreat is happening October 30th through November 1st in the Santa Cruz Mountains, at the beautiful Green Mountain Retreat Center near Los Gatos. We will have our retreat itinerary lineup for you shortly for this magical, insightful weekend, where each participant will leave feeling more open to their natural essence of being. Early bird registration is $525 until September 15th, after which the cost will be $575. And it covers all meals and double occupancy. The deadline to register is October 19th. Honor the fall equinox, September 20th from 1 to 3 p.m. here at the center. Reverend Maureen Ross will guide you in this gathering as you share in the transformation of energy to the changing of the seasons. Feel the energy of spirit and enter into the sacred practice of contemplation as you walk the labyrinth. $25 per person. The Arts Alive Gala auction and concert is happening on September 26th. Woo! Thanks to everyone who has donated to our auction. The online auction is open for bidding and runs through September 30th. This is exciting. For those of you who still haven't purchased your tickets to the gala, we have 2 door prizes with each tickets purchased. A fabulous spa basket and 1 complimentary registration to our upcoming silent retreat. That is October 30th through November 1st in the beautiful Santa Cruz Mountains. When you buy a ticket, you are supporting the expansion of the youth and family ministry and the arts community, and yourself as you indulge in the taste of San Jose Reception, a performance by Silicon Valley Shakespeare, who you saw performing a little bit here a few weeks ago, a spectacular concert with Gary Lynn Floyd, woo! Costumes, photo booth, and plain out connection and fun. Who doesn't want more of that? questions, ask our fabulous auction team right outside that door, where they'll be waiting for you to tell you all about everything, everywhere, all at once. And reminders, CSLSJ t-shirts are back. Yeah. They are being displayed for sale at World Service Day table in Fellowship Hall. Various sizes, $25 each. Both the prayer shawl group and the outreach team are meeting today right after the service. And the links to register for all of these events can be found on our website calendar at www.cslsj.org. Or feel free to email us at admin@cslsj.org. Remember that you can find the recording of today's celebration service on our website, YouTube channel, and our Facebook page. Please click and share and invite others in. And in closing, it is September and we are in a new month and it is birthday time. Before we close, who has birthdays in September? Anybody? Anybody? Stand up because we're about to sing to you. Let's do this. Let's sing it. Ready? Does anybody know happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Right on. Happy birthday to anybody online celebrating as well. I would like to ask all the youth and teens and practitioners of the day to come forward, and would all practitioners stand right where you are. Look for a practitioner wearing a stole. They will be available after the service for prayer support. Also, we now have a community prayer box at the back of the sanctuary. Write a prayer and put it in the box, and your requests will be taken into prayer throughout the week by our Ministry of Prayer team. Let's see. I'd like to thank our youth and family volunteers. With the little baby. Oh my God, this is my little girl. I love you. Oh, this is my baby. Don't leave until I get to say hi to her. Our practitioner of the day, I would like to call our prac of the day up now, who will share 3 call and response affirmations that we can take home with us, followed by our closing song. Please stand if you are able.
Okay, first response. I am free of fear and filled with joy.
I am free of fear and filled with joy.
I embrace everything that makes life worthwhile.
I embrace everything that makes life worthwhile.
See with love, rise above.
See with love, rise above.
Thank you. Awesome. Closing song.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
And on behalf of our entire community, thank you for being part of our spiritual family today. And we look forward to seeing you all again.